afternoon to everyone, and thanks for joining this session with us. We're going to talk today about, of course, quality of experience. We want to talk about, how can we propose you to improve to the QOE of your customers, lower the cost, and be more competitive. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Inigo Serrano. I'm responsible for business development at Bequant. Let me just see. Yeah, right. I'm one of the co-founders. So in this session together with me is Daniel Mandiveji. He's sales manager in Africa for Bequant. And we have also Alexander van der Pengue and Henry Oosthuizen, who are two of our customers, and they will share, of course, their experience with Bequant. So the session is going to hopefully last around 40 minutes, so we don't want to take much time from you. And I wanted to be very practical of the things we recommend from more than 10 years working with ISPs. And at the end, this again comes from many times, many hours, listen to them, and let's share that with you. I see on the people that are attending, we have customers that already have the solution, but we also have people that don't know much about us, about Bequant. And I want to just briefly tell you what we are. We are, of course, a company that offers a solution. Right now, we are working with more than 600 ISPs worldwide, many in North America, in Latin America, Europe, Africa, which is the main target today. Talk about experience in Africa and South Africa mainly. And we are currently optimizing more than 5 terabits per second. So it's a huge amount of traffic that is being handled by our solutions. So that means that we're really helping ISPs. We have been doing this for many years, almost 10 years. Our company is based in Madrid, in Spain, but we have people in 3 continents working and helping to deploy the solution and to help our customers. So what we do on the product is optimize, and we do basically solve problems that our customers have, problems with speed test, problems with latency that hurts, of course, online gaming, video conferences, issues with the streaming, issues with congestion or with poor bandwidth control, issues at home Wi-Fi. This is very common, that people have a good network, but the home Wi-Fi router is not working properly, is giving problems. And last but not least, we solve also issues with metrics. Nowadays, ISPs need metrics, need to know what's going on, need to know things to troubleshoot. And so this is what we do, basically, again, solving these issues. And we do it with a software, which is, of course, what we sell, which is installed in an off-the-shelf server from Dell, HP, Supermicro, you name it. And then we are deployed in line. So we're not a cloud solution, we are in line. And all traffic that ISPs want to optimize is going to pass through us. Usually the ISP deploys a bypass link just in case something happens to the server. Traffic can be routed through this bypass link. And we are also connected with the management, through PC or a remote session connection to see results, to do changes in configuration. And also in most cases, we also are connected to the billing system of the ISP. So we want to be able to retrieve information about the rate plans of the customers to do the optimization better. So again, install in line between the internet gateway and the access gateway, and very simple deployment, as we will see also later on. So starting with the best practices, again, we are going to recommend things to you based on our experience that will help you offer better quality, save costs, be more efficient. And one of them, which is very, very unique, is TCP optimization and automatic congestion management, or TCPO and ACM. They are probably the heart of our product. They are differential. We don't know any other solution that offers something similar. And what we are going to do with these two features is improve quality of experience. So the first one, TCP optimization, what it does, it increases the speed experienced by users. So when dealing with TCP applications. So still TCP is normally over 50, 60% of the total traffic, but many important relevant applications, such as maybe Netflix, speed test, fast, all these, they use TCP. And so what happens usually is that TCP is responsible for finding the right speed, to send information, and especially on wireless links nowadays. Wireless is everywhere with Wi-Fi. It gets confused and it doesn't deliver all the available bandwidth. So there's a use capacity on users when using TCP that we are going to we're going to eliminate that unused capacity. We're going to make sure that the users receive all the capacity available at the network that you guys have paid, and you're paying also every day with the maintenance and with all the costs you're paying for that. So again, we're going to be able to increase the speed experienced by users, and we're also going to show how much improvement. This is an ISP in South Africa that, just an example. On average, we were able to improve about 30% the speed of the TCP flows, and also we were able to tell how much was increased on the different applications, because we have the DPI that is able to classify applications and tell that information. So TCP optimization, very helpful to maximize the speed you can deliver to your customers. The other feature that is very unique is ACM, automatic congestion management. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to detect congestion. We're going to do it automatically. And when we see that congestion, we're going to do something to avoid and to exit that congestion situation. So congestion always means that, for some reason, the flows of the customers are hitting a threshold, a wall. It cannot go faster, and the latency of the losses start to grow. That is when we are seeing a congestion situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply to that subscriber a slight limit, a slight shape of that traffic, the speed, a few basis points, maybe 3, 4, 5%, to make sure that we exit this congestion, that the latency and the retransmissions go down. So that is extremely, extremely important. It is, that to have that and to be able to benefit anytime, because it's automatically, it's measuring all the time, all the flows on the network. And the way to see the effects, this is an example also of another South African ISP that was using one of another different QOE tool, ProSIM. And in this example, they were having about between 20 and 30% packet traffic with losses. So that was the retransmission percentage. Once they deployed the BQN with the ACM, their losses went down to about 4 or 5%. So you can see the drop here on this ISP. They stayed one day with the ACM. They switched back off the ACM, and you see how the retransmissions went up again. So they switched it back on, and the retransmissions went down. You could also see on the same ISP how the percentage of retransmitted segments on ProSIM, measured by ProSIM, went down. So this is apart from a huge improvement in quality, is that in this ISP, 25% of the TCP traffic was dedicated to retransmission. So that is a loss on efficiency, because that capacity on the access, whether that radio or fiber, was being utilized for retransmission. So there was a huge savings on capacity that could be dedicated to other to grow the network or to other customers. So just to let you know, for the guys that are using Bequant, they know. But anyway, this is on the GUI. It's extremely easy to configure. Just go to configuration optimization and switch on these green switches. That it makes TCP optimization and ACM start working. By default, of course, is used, but just to know that it's very easy to set up and to configure. All right, so that's the first practice and recommendation. Second recommendation we want to tell is about connecting Bequant to your billing system. We will tell you what, because it's extremely important for us, and we believe also for you, that we probably have one of the most efficient AQM products. So we are, instead of having a shared queue or a few queues that are shared per customer, we have one queue per flow, meaning that we are not going to mix interactive packets with online games, VoIP, teleconference, with heavy packets from video from other applications, meaning that by default, we are going to be able to prioritize all these interactive applications. So this multi-queue technology, also with the fact that we are, with the TCP optimization, we are a TCP proxy, we can manage extremely well the speed of the flows and without hurting quality, because we're going to minimize, and in some cases, no additional latency and no additional retransmissions are going to be injected when doing the limitation. So that is extremely important, that you guys connect us with your billing system, because we will be able to know information from your subscribers and do better the optimization. We are currently integrated with over 20 solutions in the market. I think in South Africa and Africa in general, Splinks, Radial, Azotel, they are probably the products that have most connections, most ISPs working with. But we also work with ISP and some guys that are more in the North American market. Anyway, if you have another system, it's not difficult to do the interconnection and the interworking, and we are, of course, going to be there to help. I'm just going to show just an example of how easy it is to integrate with, in this case, with Splinks. Just go to the configuration, billing systems, and then just find Splinks, add the IP address of the Splink server, introduce the API key and the API secret, and that's it. It's extremely easy to configure. So if you have other system, again, we support, of course, radios, because many of you might, or your billing system might be using radios. Again, very straightforward, simple, and we also can, of course, help you. Third best practice that we want to recommend is to set up specific rules for prioritization and for shaping, which, by the way, are on our website. So you can download the examples that I'm going to show. They are on our website, and these rules are going to help prioritize a specific application, such as teleconferences, such as a speed test, and also do maybe some shaping of video, some shaping on software updates that sometimes is we recommend doing to have a better quality of experience and to save some bandwidth. So this configuration is very simple. Just get the information from our website and upload it in your system, and that configuration will be set up. And of course, we are ready to help. So setting up these rules also will allow to get, if we are integrated with your billing system, to get the information from the rate plan and the subscribers to do a better job. So when talking about prioritizing applications, we recommend two prioritizations. One is teleconferences and speed tests. Both of them, they are defined on our recommended rules. So, but I'm going to explain a little bit more on detail. So on teleconferences, and this is an example that we just show, we have specific rules that are going to detect when a user is doing a teleconference, Teams, go to webinar like this, Zoom, Google Meet, and it's going to give a higher priority. So we're going to detect those either with through the DPI, so with the domain they're using, or because of the IP addresses on the internet that they are using. And once we see that a flow matches that these profiles, that there are teleconferences, we're going to apply a specific policy. And that policy in this case is we're going to give a priority so that it has additional priority. So when there are flows competing for bandwidth, we are going to make sure that we are giving a little bit, again, high priority to these teleconferences. We also can do the SCP marking to maybe when we receive a flow, in many cases there is no code point, there's no mark, because in the internet the SCP marks are sometimes eliminated. We can mark it. We can add that code point, in this case 46. So it's expedited forward. And maybe if your route is at home or or your network supports it, then we're going to also make sure that these code points are passed to your network infrastructure. So this is about teleconferences. The other thing is about speed tests. The same thing, we can detect when a subscriber is doing a speed test, and then we can do things about making sure that they get the best speed test possible. With the TCP optimization, we are going to make sure that they reach the maximum possible. But sometimes there are other applications that are being used at home, so they don't get full speed test, and that can generate a complaint call, somebody a ticket, because I'm not getting my speed test. Maybe they're doing software download, a software upgrade, update, but you have to explain to the customer, so it's not that easy. So what we're going to do with these policies is we're going to make sure that they get 100% of the rate plan. That's why we need to be connected to the billing system, so we know what rate plan subscriber has, and we're going to activate this skip subscriber rate. So just for the speed test, if necessary, we're going to give the subscriber a little bit more bandwidth, so they get the full speed test. They get the result they are paying for, and that will allow to eliminate complaints. Especially when there are all the applications being used at home. So with this, again, we're going to help the most crucial applications to be in this case prioritized. You might have others, of course. It's not, it's very easy to set up. As you know, we help you with when you have issues about configuring, but these are what we recommend to prioritize. On the other hand, instead of prioritization, there's situations and there are applications that might require some limitation. In this case, it's software updates and video streaming. Why we say that? On the case of software updates, especially when there's peak time, they might take a lot of bandwidth and they might hurt other applications. So what we propose is to have rules that at least allow some room for additional applications. So in this case, for the software updates, in this case, let's see at peak time, what we say is that we're going to give software updates up to 80% of the rate plan. So we leave about at least 20% additional bandwidth for all the applications. So if somebody is doing a PlayStation, an Xbox update, there is still around 20% of the rate plan to the web browsing, to do anything else without competing for the bandwidth. So this is really also important to not give all the bandwidth, especially at peak time, for software updates. The other thing also is about video streaming. Video is also very important, but video, as I will show you later, they are very greedy. They try to get as much bandwidth available on a network, on a subscriber, and that squeezes the bandwidth for all the applications. So the same as we did before, we suggest to just maybe give as much as 90% of the rate plan, which is, it's a lot of bandwidth, but we leave, yes, 10, maybe 10, 15, 20%, depends on what you prefer. And also we want to limit the flows of the video to a maximum of 20 megabits per second. 20 megabits per second, especially for on fiber networks, that is 4K without a problem. And that allows to swift a little bit the bandwidth usage, as I will show you later. So in this situation, video streaming will never reach 90%, exceed 90% of the rate plan, and all the flows will be limited to 20 megabits per second. So that is the rule. Last part, which and let me, I wanted to, which is very, very important, talk about the capabilities of Bequant when doing, when talking about metrics and what we can provide to you in terms of visibility. To do that, I'm going to just switch to one of our customers. This is an ISP in the Caribbean, and it's mostly it's radio, and they also have some fiber, as I will show. So what we recommend is to use us every day. I mean, this should be probably what you would have to do early in the morning if you're managing the network. Just go to us, go to Bequant, and see what's going on. So in the GUI, you have lots of visibility. What we always say, of course, is things like, let's say I want to see how is the congestion of the network. So I can just go to this view and see how it's been the congestion of the last 24 hours, how it's been the latency. That's overall on the network. What's the retransmissions? There are some spikes. Okay, that's okay. I don't see anything maybe that is outstanding. Maybe I could take a look of 1 week. Okay, so I can check. I can have also a view to see how things are evolving in the last month. So this is about the network. Well, you probably have already tools that might give you this information. You also can see about the DPI, what applications are being used by the subscribers. Here they have doing some maintenance. They remove the node, and they maybe have here also some maintenance. But you see here, you can see the applications that are being used on the network. I can give you an idea, maybe to do some things about peering, or you need some CDNs. So, and you also can check about the latency of the applications. You can check here what latency we have on the major applications, which is okay. So that these are network metrics. It's good for you to have a daily review, but the most important part is about the subscribers metrics. So we can provide you with the information about your customers. Like in this case, we can provide you information about of course, because we're connected to the billing system, we know the IP address, we know the subscriber ID, and we know the rate policy. But we can provide you information about volume, about speed, about maximum speed, latency, retransmissions, congestion. All this is here, and it will help you to identify issues before the customer even complains, and it can help you to upsell, because if you have people that have, like in this case, people that are running at 26% of the time they are at maximum speed, meaning that that probably need to have an upselling. They need to go to a higher plan, so that it's going to give you arguments to talk to the customer and show them, hey, you have you're having high latency, you're having high retransmissions, and you have a, you know, you're at the maximum speed a lot of time. So this information is here. You can export that to a table, and you will get, you know, you can analyze offline. One thing is very important also is that you should use us to troubleshoot when somebody comes, and this is a really great best practice that you should do, is customer calls. Imagine this subscriber calls, he or she is having issues. You can go directly to the customer view and see exactly what's going on this subscriber. Maybe this person is complaining because they don't have good quality, and you see that they are having latency spikes, very high latency here, of 80 milliseconds, 60 milliseconds. So that's high latency. And then you could see what has been causing that. Oh, BitTorrent. Maybe, you know, this subscriber didn't know, or maybe somebody in the family is doing BitTorrent and is hurting the quality and the latency of this. So you know what has been causing these issues, and you can talk to them. One also very powerful thing is the live mode. With live mode, if somebody calls in real time, you can see what this subscriber is doing. Maybe my internet is not working well, I have problems. You can just go and the live view and see, okay, you have this, you have in TikTok and you have in Facebook right now. So maybe that's consuming a lot of maybe you have a software update, and is you know, it's taking most of the traffic. You will see here, you are going to save a lot of time, a lot of truck rolls, because if you're not able to see the issue, you're probably going to send somebody, technician to your customer, and it's going to, you know, it's money that is going to be lost on that. So again, use the GUI. The subscriber metrics are extremely relevant, and the live mode is extremely powerful. All the things that you could do is, instead of just looking at individual subscriber, you can have, if it is configured, like in this case of this ISP, you can group subscribers based on the node they are connected. So in this case, they have this ISP has access points, and they also have OLTs. So, and he has mapped all his subscribers to the node. So he can look into, for instance, he can take a look on the OLTs, or let's say better, on the OLT ports, and he can see all his OLT ports, how many subscribers, what is the traffic, the latency, the retransmissions of these nodes. Maybe he can also, which is extremely interesting, is he can plot this. Maybe he wants to see what ports are more congested, no? So he can go and go into the congestion and then measure that and compare. So he's going to see that visually, the congestion of the different access point. I mean, in this case, OLT port, and he has some OLT ports that are reaching 80% of congestion. So that's highly, maybe he didn't know that he has some ports were highly congested. At some point, he might decide, because of this information, to change customers to other ports, of course, or to maybe do something about it. But it is here. All this information is going to be here on the GUI of the Bequant for you to see and to plan. In terms of metrics, I think, you know, these are the most important parts: subscriber metrics and network node metrics. So let me switch back to our presentation again, and then I think just in terms of the recommendations, again, use us, integrate us with your billing system, configure the standard policies and rules, limit some applications, prioritize others, and you will certainly will have a much better quality, and your customers will be much happier. So having said that, about customers, about being happy, let me introduce you to Alexander and to Henry, who are two of our customers in South Africa. So welcome, Alexander, Henry.
Evening.
Yep.
Hello.
Thanks for joining. I know it's kind of late in South Africa, but just maybe wanted to have a few minutes with you to talk about about your company, to talk about a little bit, maybe share your view, what made you if you were using maybe other solutions, if what was the most important thing about Bequant in your cases, anything that you want to share with maybe all the people that might be thinking about doing optimization. Some people might don't know that what optimization can do. In your case, maybe you can tell us. Anyway, I just wanted to, of course, again, thank you for being with us. Maybe Alexander, if you can tell us about OneSpot a little bit and your experience with Bequant.
Sure, no problem. Well, we're, like most people, a wireless company, so bandwidth is pretty limited. You try and make the best of it. I think we've been on Bequant now for a couple of months after moving to a new service provider, and we run Presume as well, which we ran from just before COVID. And it just couldn't get those transmissions down, retransmissions. So Bequant's been a real big help in that sense, and it really saves you a lot of bandwidth and retransmissions to the clients. And yeah, we've got almost no support calls in the evenings. Most people's videos run, it just works.
So is that something that you had before, issues with video, Alex?
Especially on cell phones, which always go, the client's got a 4 meg line, which is way too small for HD. And the cell phone always tries to do HD, and then the client sits and moans because the video is just turning on Facebook the whole time, or YouTube, or any of those products. So yeah, it really helped solving those problems, especially.
And Alex, are you working with? I mean, are you using billing? Of course, billing system product. What are you using? If you can tell us.
We're with Splinks. Been with them for a long time now as well. I think since also 2019, around there. So, and it integrates well. It works very well with it.
So you agree that the integration was really smooth and no issues with that, right?
Yeah, no problems with that. It's a couple of clicks and it just works.
Okay. Yeah, and how about in terms of other features? I mean, you talk about you use it for troubleshooting. Do you connect every day, look into statistics? Do you do that, Alex, or something that you're planning to do in the future?
We mostly log in to look at live metrics when clients complain about something, to see what they're doing live. It is one of the better ways to do it. But yeah, no, I don't actually log into it that often anymore. After we set it up and it started running, and we did a lot of fine tuning in the beginning, I could comfortably turn away and focus on other things, and it just keeps running in the background. And every now and then I play around with some settings, see what we can do, or how we can streamline some things. But for the most part, it's set it up and it just runs.
Okay. And are you considering? I mean, the things that we've talked, there's some new things, such as you doing additional prioritization. So I think definitely, especially in terms of, you mentioned that saving bandwidth, that's also important. I think that we can definitely implement some of those too, and so we'll definitely like to see the results, especially when you have run another QOE solution. So of course, the other vendors that have also good things. So again, very happy to that you saw the benefits and that you were able to come to us after that. The demo, by the way, I think it went extremely straightforward. We do a two weeks demo for free, so that's something that we also provide to anybody that will be interested, as we will discuss in a minute. So yeah, I remember that because it was not so far away in terms of time. So great. Thank you, Alex. Don't want to take more time from you. Henry, thanks also you for coming, for joining us. How about True Wireless? What can you tell us about your company, what you offer, of course? What kind of?
Yes. So good evening. Yeah. So True Wireless is a growing internet service company, service provider in the Northern Cape in South Africa. So yeah, we mostly focus on providing fast internet to rural areas. We make use of a mix of wireless and fiber technologies, mostly wireless, 5 gigahertz and 60 gigahertz. And yeah, the company delivers broadband to both residential and business clients. We try to provide as stable throughput and low latency as possible, so we can use all the help that is available. So yeah, we have multiple towers and mostly wireless. And with wireless, highly congested wireless links has a lot of challenges. So yeah, the system has really helped us to improve our latency and overall consistency, providing good service to clients.
Henry, were you using another tool, or optimization was something new for you?
No, I haven't used other products before, and I waited a long time because yeah, the company didn't want, we didn't want to spend some money on some tool that did not work, so we were very hesitant at the beginning. So I took a long time, looked at a long list of companies and videos, and yeah, and I mean, I gave it the trial run, and I was very happy with the results. We couldn't believe that something as simple as this software, because when we installed this software on the physical server and we switched it on, I didn't think too much of it at the beginning, and said, yeah, let's see if there's any change. But my support staff definitely saw a difference, and yeah, from my side, there wasn't a lot of tweaks to be added. It just worked.
So for you, the reason mainly was based on, let's say, on truth in terms of the tickets that you were able to lower in terms of the customer.
Yes. So support calls coming in for, like mentioned, buffering videos, downloads that fails that needs to be restarted, and overall streaming services and sensitive stuff like streaming, gaming, VoIP. We saw improvement across the board because we have limited backhaul capacities in our area, and some areas are very rural, so we make do with what speeds is available. And often what happens is there's a lot of clients on some backhaul link, and that is where the challenges started. And yeah, we saw different.
And Henry, you're also connected with Splinx, is that right?
Yes, fully integrated. Yes, fully integrated with Splinx. The system pulls the client's package, and yeah, it's straightforward. And I was very surprised that it didn't have a lot of list of settings that I had to.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that, as of course you are already customers, or you have gone through the process, we try to do things very, very simple. So people are surprised that they don't have to engage external consultants or engineers to do the setup or to do the configuration. So we try to do that a way that anybody can, let's say, almost configure it and set it up. So yeah, I really appreciate also your testimony, Henry. Again, thank you, Alex, Henry, for your time, and have a great evening. I'm going to just end the presentation. So thanks for again, and just to summarize a little bit of what we have talked. We have a solution that's going to provide faster internet service as as we have shown on our customers are telling us, and seeing that improves quality, that improves streaming, reducing at the end support calls. It's going to help manage congestion, reducing retransmissions latency, giving you high visibility on what's going on your network. All of this to help you with being more efficient, reducing, of course, costs, increasing the loyalty, reducing the churn on your network, which is really, in your company, it's really, I think one of the things that we really care about, churning, and reducing bandwidth, bandwidth in the network, and having also the capability of being able to upsell, so that all of that in one tool that it's extremely easy to configure. We are finishing. I'm just going to let Daniel introduce himself and maybe just wrap up, Daniel, if you can.
Oh, thanks a lot, Inigo. Thanks a lot for that in-depth presentation. I think all of us have learned a lot more about the solution. Every time you hear about the solution, you learn more and more and more. It's such a powerful tool for ISPs. For the panelists, thank you very much. It's very good to have practical examples to show that the solution is actually working in your environments, and it's easier to sort of invest in a solution that that is going to add value in your environment. And yeah, to the attendees, current customers, new customers, yeah, let's engage. Questions, if you want POCs, if you want anything to do with Bequant, let us know. Then yeah, we're there to assist. Thank you so much, Nico.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Thank you everyone for being with us. This is, by the way, I didn't say that at the beginning, it's going to be recorded. We will post it on our YouTube channel in case, or if you want a link, just contact us and we will send it to you in case you wanted to review it. For the as you said, Daniel, for the existing customers, if you have any questions about, because maybe some things are not yet configured on your system, get in touch with us. And new interested customers, just drop us an email and we'll get in touch with you and talk about the free demo. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. We made it in 45 minutes. So yeah, that's great. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.